A woman has placed a tracker under your car. Her plan will be exposed before sunrise. Don't ignore this sign. Archangel Michael says, darkness has crept under your steps and you don't even know it yet. A woman, cloaked in a false smile, has taken a daring step that could change everything. She has placed a tracker beneath your car, and her plan runs deeper than you can see. She watches from a distance, smiling every time you leave your home. Every move you've made in the past few days was not just yours alone. It was silently recorded, tracked, and sent to her private device. The signal pings every time your tires roll forward. Her intention isn't just to follow your route, it's to calculate your vulnerability. She has aligned her strategy with someone else's warning, someone who doesn't want you to be free. The tracker is no ordinary piece of plastic. It holds a timeline, it holds a threat, and it holds evidence that she will soon regret planting. By sunrise, this betrayal will come to light. Type Amen to get blessing 333. She thought she was being clever by hiding it near the rear tire arch. She believed no one would suspect her, especially not someone as trusting as you. But a divine hand has intervened just in time. Comment, I believe, if you feel the chills, because this message is no accident. You were led here not by coincidence but by divine urgency. What is unfolding is something bigger than revenge. It's about reclaiming your safety. At exactly 3:14 a.m., there will be a disruption in her plan. An unexpected force will intercept the signal she's relying on. Her panic will begin when her tracking app no longer shows your location. You'll hear a sound, like a soft thud, when you next enter your car. That's not mechanical error. It's the sound of the truth falling loose from the undercarriage of your vehicle. Type Amen to get blessing 719. Someone warned her not to do this. They told her you are not a person to cross in such deceitful ways. But envy runs wild through her veins, and she was desperate to catch you off guard. Archangel Michael says, a heavenly alert was sent for your protection. Your name was whispered in a meeting of higher forces tonight. Your path has now been covered with divine sensors. Every evil step near you will now trigger exposure. If you're reading this, it means the trap set against you has already failed spiritually. All that remains is for the physical truth to surface. And when it does, her mask will fall in front of everyone who trusted her. She's not acting alone. There's a man who encouraged her and fed her false information. He whispered lies about you to awaken her bitterness. Type Amen to get blessing 641. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. He told her you were planning something she couldn't control. He made her believe that tracking you was the only way to keep her upper hand. But he didn't tell her you were chosen. Your vehicle may seem like just a tool for travel. But tonight, it became the battlefield for a spiritual exposure. Heaven is not asleep. As you drive in silence, you may feel a strange pull to stop. That is no illusion. The energy field around your car is shifting as divine protection takes over. She will be up all night watching her screen, waiting for your location to update. But nothing will appear after 4 a.m. Only silence. Type Amen to get blessing 888. This silence will crush her spirit more than any confrontation. Because what she truly fears is being caught without confrontation, being exposed by forces she can't control. She will try to blame others, but her fingerprints are already marked spiritually. Comment, I reject every tracker over my life. That statement is not symbolic. It is your shield in this very real battle. You must understand, this is not just about GPS. It's about spiritual surveillance. She wanted access to more than your physical steps. She wanted to monitor your destiny's journey. Archangel Michael says, when jealousy grows unchecked, it grows into action. And she took action, believing you were too passive to discover it. But your guardian is not passive. Every mechanical object connected to your presence is now infused with a shield. Your car, your phone, your doors, each is being swept with divine detection. No tool of tracking shall remain hidden. Type Amen to get blessing 474. She will receive a phone call before sunrise. It will be from someone warning her to stay away from your life. But she will ignore it, until the evidence arrives. The tracker's signal will expose her location first. She forgot that her app syncs with her own IP address. And now, investigators will begin tracing the source. You will receive a mysterious message, possibly a call or email. Someone from the inside will confess what she did, not out of guilt, but out of fear of what will happen if the truth doesn't surface. The car you drive is protected, but be wise. Cleanse your environment. Let no item attached to your space remain unchecked. Type Amen to get blessing 935. She had access to your keys once. It happened so casually that you barely noticed. But that was the day she planned everything. You thought she was just helping carry groceries. But she was looking at your ignition switch, your mirrors, your route planner. She was mentally mapping your habits. Comment, nothing hidden will remain hidden. Say it with authority, because the atmosphere is charged right now. What was done in shadows is preparing to walk into the light. There is a higher justice unfolding. This isn't about vengeance, it's about divine correction. Because you deserve to walk and drive freely without spiritual surveillance. Type Amen to get blessing 556. She will act surprised when confronted. She may even cry, but it will be the cry of one caught red-handed, not the cry of innocence. Watch what happens when the tracker is removed. She will suddenly begin to panic, lose contact, and feel exposed herself, because part of her obsession was tied to that control. Archangel Michael says, it is time to reclaim what was stolen in silence. Your privacy, your trust, your safety, all are returning now. The sky is watching her every movement. A sudden accident, not physical, but emotional, will break her tonight. The guilt will eat at her more than any punishment. And you will rise, untouched. Type Amen to get blessing 312. She thought you were naive. But you were spiritually surrounded even in your silence. That's why she never succeeded. There is someone else, an older woman, who warned her not to do this. But she didn't listen. Now that woman will come to you in private and tell you the truth. You will hear a noise around 5:23 a.m. It might be your car alarm. Do not ignore it. That will be the moment the truth shakes off its hiding place. And the heavens will confirm that your protection is now permanent. The war is over before it even began. Type Amen to get blessing 191. Everything attached to your motion is now guided by divine law. Your wheels will turn in victory, not vulnerability. Your travel is secured not by bolts, but by blessings. This message was not written to scare you. It was sent to set you free. Freedom from eyes that shouldn't have been watching. So now, breathe deeply. Step outside and take back your path. You are no longer being followed by shadows. Let the wind carry away every trace of her deception. Let the sun rise over truth and justice. This is your moment of spiritual clearance. Type Amen to get blessing 700. The woman will remember this night for the rest of her life, because this was the night her obsession hit a divine wall. And that wall will never be removed for her again. You will continue your journey now, untouched, untracked, and undefeatable. Not because she gave up, but because the heavens intervened. And now, peace follows your every step. She will attempt to delete everything, her tracking app, the purchase history of the device, even the digital footprint she left behind. But it's already too late. The energy has recorded her intentions, and divine intervention has taken over the timeline. This tracker was only the first step in her larger plan. She was hoping to get more than information. She wanted leverage. Something she could use to blackmail or humiliate you later. Comment: no weapon formed against me will succeed, even in silence. Because this was a spiritual weapon in disguise. And your faith just disabled it completely. She told someone close to her that you needed to be watched. She claimed it was for your own good, but that was a lie. The real reason was fear of your rising power. Type Amen to get blessing 914. This fear started the moment you stopped including her in your plans. The more distant you became, the more desperate she grew. Until finally, she convinced herself that following you was justified. Archangel Michael says, do not let your heart carry this burden. Justice is already walking beside you, and the angels are cleaning every corner of your space. Even the things you never noticed before are being realigned and made safe again. By the time the sun fully rises, she will know that her game has ended. Her silence will no longer be strength, it will be exposure. Because someone else, someone unexpected, is coming forward to confess on her behalf. This witness has already seen the device under your car. They didn't say anything yet, but tonight they won't sleep. Their conscience is stirring and will not rest until they tell you the truth. Type Amen to get blessing 521. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Prepare yourself. What's coming next is not more harm, it's revelation. You will begin to see faces differently from now on. And each of them is now being shattered. Comment: I erase every spiritual tracker now. Let those words echo through the atmosphere as a declaration. Because what was done in hiding is now being reversed in divine timing. They will soon discover that your journey cannot be manipulated. No app, no device, no secret plan can detour the calling over your life. You are protected by something far more powerful than technology. Type Amen to get blessing 636. Your ancestors are rejoicing. They saw this trap from a distance, and they stood between you and disaster. That's why the tracker didn't work the way she expected. She assumed it would show her every move you made. But instead, it confused her, showing delays, locations you never actually visited, signals that led to nowhere. Because heaven distorted the data to keep you untouched. The confusion she's facing now is only the beginning. Soon, she'll be called to explain herself to someone she fears. And she won't have the words to defend what she's done. Her hands will tremble as her lies fall apart. Because someone she respects is about to confront her with truth. Not out of hate, but out of disappointment. Type Amen to get blessing 232. There will be a conversation she can't escape. It will take place quietly, maybe even in her own home. But it will leave her speechless, ashamed, and exposed. And that's when she'll try to reach you. She'll want to apologize, to clear her name, to make peace. But the timing won't work in her favor. Your spirit will know that her words are still laced with manipulation. She doesn't regret what she did, she regrets being caught. And that difference is everything. Comment, I forgive, but I do not return. Because forgiveness is yours to give, but restoration must be earned. And she has not shown any sign of true change. Type Amen to get blessing 373. From this day forward, you will notice a shift. People who once smiled too much around you will begin to keep their distance. Not because you changed, but because your light now exposes their darkness. Archangel Michael says, your car will now carry a blessing in every direction it moves. Whether you are driving to work, visiting someone, or simply moving through your day, protection goes before you. The roads are clearing. You may feel a sudden urge to clean your vehicle, wipe down the mirrors, vacuum the floors. That urge is spiritual, because cleansing your space physically clears energy spiritually too. Do it with intention. Pray as you wipe, speak peace into the seat, declare safety into the tires. Let your vehicle become an altar of motion, carrying you into destiny untouched. Type Amen to get blessing 111. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. She will feel the block in the spiritual realm. She will try again, in some other way, to reach into your energy. But her access has been revoked permanently. Every attempt she makes from here on will backfire. Every whisper, every lie, every act of sabotage will turn into her own lesson. And you won't even have to raise your voice. Others will begin to speak on your behalf. Some will say they always knew she had hidden motives. Others will regret trusting her at all. But none of their voices matter more than the voice of heaven. And that voice is declaring this moment as your spiritual release. Free from tracking. Free from control. Free from unseen watchers. Type Amen to get blessing 515. This is the hour your name is being cleansed. Not just from gossip, but from false documentation, digital manipulation, and slander. A divine firewall has been placed around your image and identity. Soon, someone will share with you a screenshot. It might be a conversation, or a photo of the tracking app's final failed signal. Keep it as proof, not to retaliate, but to remember how close they came and still failed. You were never alone. The moment she thought she had you marked, you were already surrounded by the armies of the Most High. Every step you took was shadowed by light. And now, that light is growing even brighter. Brighter than her plans. Brighter than her schemes. Type Amen to get blessing 7007 tonight. Sleep with peace. No more watching your back when you walk to your car. No more checking behind you in traffic. Her energy is broken. Her plot is destroyed. Her access is denied. This is not just a message. This is a divine notice. You are under spiritual surveillance no more. Let the wind carry her name out of your story. Let the light cover your wheels, your home, your heart. And move forward, unshaken, unstoppable, undefeated. Type Amen to get blessing 4004.